increase the peace of high achievement?
By enforcing positive communication with the scholars and letting them know that negative behavior leads to negative consequences.
I support my students and give them positive reinforcement.
How do you increase the peace and high achievement?
Yes.
Education itself. Ultimately, that's the...
No, you.
Oh, how? Education itself.
How do you increase the peace and high achievement?
Increase the peace?
Increase the peace and high achievement on the community.
Treat each other with respect.
People to be peaceful. I try to be peaceful myself, and I hope that other people will follow my footsteps.
I thought it would be discussing major issues that students have, and by talking about issues instead of fighting about them.
I work for the Great Park Heights Renaissance in the Park Heights community.
Okay, so what do you do?
I'm the youth coordinator, youth services coordinator, so I work with all youth engagement activities.
So, Mr. Kenneth Morrison, what's your ideal definition of peace?
My ideal definition of peace is a connection between people and acceptance of each other.
I'm the interim regional director here at the American Friends Service Committee in our office in Baltimore.
Okay, so what does your occupation do to help increase peace around you?
Well, I oversee programs in the Middle Atlantic region that promote peace in all different kinds of ways. We have a program in the prisons, in Maryland prisons, and it's a mentorship program where prisoners help mentor each other to decrease the violence within the prison, and also to help them prepare if they're going to be leaving prison, and to do some analytical thinking about nonviolence and how they can incorporate that in their lives.
I think peace starts on the individual level, and that we won't have peace until individuals can find that space both for themselves and with their neighbors.
Food plays a big part, and I don't think most people pay that much attention to it, but like when you're putting harmful things in your body, such as animal products and things like that, the things that they feed those animals, like the hormones and the process that the animals go through before they get to your plate, most people don't realize that they're putting the same thing into their body. So
of peace is harmony, a quiet living arrangement where my family members are happy, and being able to give and share knowledge to other people.
I think respect is a mutual thing between two people who are willing to listen to each other. They may not always agree, but are at least willing to talk to each other and understand what's going on.
It's like your way of dealing with people. It's your method of dealing with people. It's the way you view people or you view things. It's your value system.
A level of appreciation for another person and appreciating them for who they are and how they are and why they are.
I think respect for me is a belief that everyone deserves peace and that everyone deserves safety and everyone deserves the freedom to pursue a life of meaning.
Respect for younger people in order to teach them what respect means. Respect for older people in most situations, and for the elderly. Respect, for me, is a necessary value that I keep because I'm here because of my ancestors. So so that anything I do, I hope, will be in respect to other human beings and to them.
Handle it well. Like a lot of times I'm angry and people may not even know that I'm angry because I'm able to just keep a smile and keep going. And a lot of times working with the public, you have to be able to do that.
Where are you
I think
at?
that I'm lucky in my job is that I have to deal with those kinds of things quite often, and I am not easily angered.
I can let things go. I don't hold things against people. I forgive people. Forgiveness is a really big part of it for me, so I handle things very well.
Sometimes I handle it well, sometimes I handle it not so well, you know. So sometimes I handle it and I try to reflect back what that person is saying to me and try to diffuse the situation and have them calm down. Sometimes I handle it by just walking away.
But one of the things that I do to help me deal with anger is to take some time out and to count from 1 to 5. Sometimes I find myself counting from 1 to 15, but whatever I need to do to delete or diminish some of the anger that I'm feeling at any given time, that's one of the techniques that I do use.
For example, I usually try to communicate what it is that usually I think anger comes from frustration, so what it is I'm frustrated about. I try to always make sure that I'm, again, being respectful, because just because I'm frustrated doesn't mean that I can take that out on someone else.
I might clam up and shut down, and I won't speak, but that is me at my worst.
I would say about a 4.
I'm gonna say 6.
Really?
Because I'm awesome. Yes.
2.
Okay. Are you sure though? Because 5 is the best.
Oh, 5 is the best? Oh,
yeah.
4.
So some days it's a 5 and I'm amazing and I'm like the most peaceful, elevated person, and sometimes I'm not the most elevated person.
4.5.
I guess I put myself somewhere between a 3 and a 4, you know, and I'm still working towards getting closer to that 5.
How do you feel like this experience helped prepare you for mediation or being a leader in your school or community?
It's prepared me not to be scared to talk in front of people, even complete strangers. If somebody has a problem and they come to you for help, you can't just look at them like you can't help them. You have to understand and be able to listen.
Do you feel like this experience prepared you or is preparing you to be a mediator or a leader in your school community?
Definitely gave me people skills. I know I'm kind of a charismatic kind of person, and so, you know, you need people skills, and I don't have a lot of people skills. I just naturally have people that are like, hey, I can tell you're real cool. So when you're a peer mediator, you have to have people skills, flexibility, understanding, wisdom. And doing this today gave me a lot of that.
So now you've been talking about this, you've been doing this for a while. What does peace mean to you?
To me, peace is a feeling of serenity, the absence of conflict, but not only that, the presence of, serenity.
Peace means to me to be at a place where you can understand yourself and you're feeling that you're in a place where you're comfortable and somebody's not taking something away from you and not having conflict around you.